No one in the theater saw this coming. Two young singers walked onto the America's Got Talent stage as complete unknowns. Minutes later, one unexpected revelation transformed the entire room and instantly became one of the biggest entertainment stories of the season. The AGT stage has introduced audiences to countless unforgettable performers over the years. From unknown singers to extraordinary dancers and impossible magic acts, the show has built its reputation on discovering talent before the world knows their names. But every once in a while, a story unfolds that reminds viewers why authenticity matters just as much as talent. This time, the spotlight wasn't just about remarkable voices. It was about two young performers who deliberately chose to hide something that could have changed everything from the moment they stepped onto the stage. Their secret? They are the nephews of global superstar Bruno Mars. Instead of introducing themselves through one of the biggest names in modern music, they chose a different path. They wanted their performance to speak first. That decision became the emotional heart of their AGT journey. When the two contestants walked onto the stage, nothing suggested they were connected to one of the world's most celebrated entertainers. They appeared calm, respectful, and surprisingly relaxed despite performing in front of millions of viewers and 4 celebrity judges. As the music began, the audience quickly realized they weren't watching an ordinary audition. Their harmonies were polished. Their stage chemistry felt natural. More importantly, they performed with confidence that reflected years of preparation rather than nervous excitement. The judges listened carefully. No one mentioned famous relatives. No one hinted at a legendary musical family. For those few minutes, they were simply two young artists hoping for an opportunity. And that's exactly what they wanted. Entertainment producer and talent development consultant Marcus Hale, speaking about anonymous auditions in television competitions, explained, "The strongest performances happen when contestants remove every distraction and let the audience connect only with the talent. That's when credibility is earned." That philosophy appeared to define their approach. Instead of allowing expectations to shape the performance before it even started, they invited everyone to judge them fairly. In today's entertainment industry, that choice is surprisingly rare. Family connections often generate headlines before performances even begin. Social media discussions can create enormous expectations, making it difficult for emerging artists to establish independent identities. These contestants clearly understood that challenge. They weren't trying to become Bruno Mars' nephews. They wanted to become artists first. Music journalist Rebecca Collins recently observed during a discussion about celebrity families, "The public respects artists who prove themselves before revealing famous connections. Authenticity builds lasting careers." That sentiment perfectly captured what unfolded on the AGT stage. The performance itself quickly became the focus. Every note demonstrated discipline. Every harmony reflected countless rehearsal hours. Every smile revealed genuine enjoyment rather than calculated television drama. The audience responded with enthusiastic applause long before anyone knew the family's remarkable story. The judges praised their confidence, vocal control, and chemistry. Their comments centered entirely on musical ability. That detail became incredibly important later. Because when the truth finally emerged, everyone could confidently say the praise had been completely earned. The reveal arrived almost unexpectedly. During the conversation following the performance, the contestants shared the family connection they had intentionally kept private. The room changed instantly. Expressions of surprise spread across the judges' table. Audience members reacted with audible excitement. Even viewers watching from home immediately recognized the significance of the moment. The contestants weren't simply related to a successful musician. They were connected to Bruno Mars, one of the defining performers of his generation. Known for spectacular live shows, extraordinary vocal ability, and timeless hits spanning pop, funk, R&B, and soul, Bruno Mars has spent years earning worldwide admiration through relentless dedication and unforgettable performances. That legacy naturally creates enormous expectations. Anyone carrying the family name faces inevitable comparisons. Instead of embracing those comparisons from the beginning, these young singers intentionally avoided them. That decision may have become the most inspiring part of the entire story. Veteran music critic Daniel Foster commented during an entertainment roundtable discussing young performers with famous relatives, "Audiences appreciate confidence, but they admire humility even more. Choosing to earn respect before revealing celebrity connections demonstrates remarkable maturity." His observation reflected what millions of viewers appeared to feel. Rather than chasing headlines, the contestants chose integrity. Rather than relying on instant recognition, they relied on preparation. Rather than introducing themselves through fame, they introduced themselves through music. The emotional impact extended beyond the theater. Within hours, clips from the audition spread rapidly across social media platforms. Entertainment pages highlighted the surprise reveal. Reaction channels praised the contestants' decision. Fans debated whether they would have received different treatment had the judges known the truth beforehand. Many viewers reached the same conclusion. Their performance stood on its own. The family connection simply added another remarkable layer to an already memorable audition. That distinction matters. Television competition history includes many contestants connected to celebrities. Some benefit from public curiosity. Others struggle under impossible expectations. These performers appeared determined to avoid both outcomes. Instead, they asked for something surprisingly simple. Judge us fairly. That request resonated with audiences because it reflected values that extend far beyond music. Everyone wants opportunities based on ability. Everyone hopes their work speaks louder than assumptions. In many ways, their audition became a story about identity as much as entertainment. Who are you when nobody knows your background? Can talent truly stand on its own? The AGT stage unexpectedly became the place where those questions received compelling answers. Industry observers also noted another interesting aspect of the audition. Growing up around successful musicians often provides inspiration, but it can also create pressure. Children and relatives of famous artists frequently face comparisons before developing their own creative voices. Entertainment analyst Sarah Mitchell explained, "Living near excellence can motivate young performers, but it also raises expectations beyond what most new artists experience. The healthiest path is building confidence independently." That philosophy seemed reflected throughout the audition. The contestants never attempted to imitate Bruno Mars. They never relied on familiar stage mannerisms associated with their famous uncle. Instead, they presented personalities and performances that felt authentic to themselves. Ironically, that authenticity may have honored the family's musical tradition more than imitation ever could. Throughout his career, Bruno Mars has repeatedly emphasized hard work, live musicianship, and respect for performance traditions. Those values appeared visible in his Nephews' preparation. Whether intentional or not, audiences noticed. Many fans described the audition as refreshing because it focused on genuine musicianship rather than manufactured television drama. Of course, the family revelation inevitably became part of the conversation afterward. News outlets quickly covered the story. Entertainment commentators analyzed audience reactions. Music fans revisited the performance to search for subtle similarities between the young singers and their famous relative. Some noticed familiar confidence. Others recognized hints of stage charisma. But nearly everyone agreed on one point. The contestants had earned their applause before anyone knew their last name. That achievement cannot be overstated. Success gained through surprise often fades quickly. Success built through undeniable performance leaves a much stronger impression. Television producers understand this principle well. One longtime reality television producer, speaking generally about talent competitions, explained, "The most unforgettable television moments happen naturally. You can't manufacture genuine emotional reactions. Audiences recognize authenticity immediately." This audition demonstrated exactly why. The emotional response wasn't scripted. The surprise wasn't exaggerated. The performance came first. The story followed. That order made all the difference. As discussion continued online, fans also praised the contestants for protecting their own identities. Many believed revealing the relationship before performing might have distracted both judges and viewers. Instead of evaluating pitch, timing, and stage presence, conversations would likely have focused on celebrity expectations. By remaining silent initially, they preserved the integrity of the competition. That choice earned widespread respect. Entertainment stories often celebrate overnight success. But this audition highlighted something different. Patience. Discipline. Humility. Those qualities rarely dominate headlines, yet they often define lasting careers. Whether these young performers continue advancing through the competition or pursue opportunities elsewhere, they have already accomplished something significant. They introduced themselves on their own terms. Only afterward did the world discover their extraordinary connection. For Bruno Mars fans, the story offered another reminder of the family's deep musical roots. For AGT viewers, it reinforced why the show continues attracting millions of people each season. The greatest surprises rarely come from elaborate stage effects. They come from genuine human stories. Stories about courage. Stories about dreams. Stories about earning respect. As entertainment continues evolving through viral moments and endless social media conversations, authenticity remains surprisingly powerful. Audiences can sense when performers genuinely believe in their own abilities. That confidence cannot be inherited. It cannot be borrowed. It must be earned. The Nephews audition illustrated that lesson beautifully. Before anyone recognized the family connection, they had already convinced the room with talent. Only then did the headline emerge. Only then did viewers realize they were watching members of one of music's most recognizable families. Looking ahead, expectations will naturally become even greater. Future performances will receive increased attention. Comparisons will become unavoidable. But perhaps the hardest step has already been completed. They prove they belong on the stage because of what they can do, not because of who they know. For any emerging artist, that may be the most valuable achievement of all. Their unforgettable AGT audition wasn't ultimately defined by a famous last name. It was defined by courage. The courage to perform without shortcuts. The courage to accept honest judgment. And the courage to let talent speak before revealing a secret capable of changing everything. That single decision transformed an impressive audition into one of the most talked about entertainment moments of the year. And for millions of viewers, it delivered a timeless reminder that while family legacy can open conversations, only genuine ability can truly capture hearts. In the end, the biggest surprise wasn't that the contestants were related to Bruno Mars. The biggest surprise was realizing they never needed that fact to impress anyone in the first place.